So,
Yeah, so
so
that's what you can do once you really understand it. That's why I'm very passionate about it. Because I know the difference it has made for me.
mm,
And it's great to see somebody like yourself, a GP pushing it to, because I'm sure that a lot of people's illness could be cured if they were a bit more aware of what was going on in their head.
well, it's I find so the people that I find they're really useful. They come to me and they're sort of trying to seek almost a bit of like, oh, I don't know what's going on. And you sort of in this horrible middle ground where you've
Mm,
got someone who's normal and then you've got your
yeah,
anxiety, depression, and all your like formal diagnosis. And like,
yeah.
a lot of the ones I see, they're sort of here where they've just had
Hmm.
a bit of a whether a bit of a rough time with life,
Hmm.
or just it's not quite working out, or they're just a bit lost, and you sort of throw them in the direction of going like, well, actually, have you thought about, what are you doing? Why are you, why are you doing this? And as you say, it's sort of like as we sort of alluded to, it's because your core
Hmm.
values aren't aligned
Yeah,
a lot of the
yeah, you're
time.
right there. Yeah.
It's sort
Hmm.
of like going, well, no wonder you're not happy because actually your core values are so far apart from what you're doing. You're working every hour that God sends and you're
Hmm.
not seeing your family, whereas your core values are you
Yeah.
should spend more time with your family.
Hmm.
So it's just and like sort of those when they're trying to get motivation. I've even seen some of them where they come out with they're like, oh, I'm addicted to this, that, and the other, or they say they're addicted, where it's not a true addiction. It's just they're
Oh, I see.
completely chimp run. And I
Yeah,
say to them, and it's sort of, oh, I'm impulsive. I told I
yeah.
swore at someone, I did this, I did that. And it's just like going, yeah, your chimps. And I say to them, it's like, oh, your chimp's out of control, really.
Yeah, yeah.
And they sort of look at me funny and it's like, oh no, right, okay, I'll take a step back and I'll sort of try and just explain it to you briefly. And
Yeah.
I remember one patient, it was only a couple of weeks ago, he said,
Hmm.
I told him to read two books, and one of them was Chimp Paradox. I said, you need to go home and just read this. And a lot
Yeah.
of the stuff that you're explaining will start to make more sense. And he said, he turned
Wow.
around to me and said, like, I've never been to a doctor who prescribed me a book. And I was just like, well, you know,